silver, but this one says blue. Okay, so I think we need someone. Alright, hello everyone. We are going to be unboxing today the iPad A16. It is currently 11 p.m., which is why the lighting is terrible. There's no natural lighting right now, but let's get to unboxing and then I'm going to set it up and then tomorrow morning we'll talk more. Alright, let's start with the iPad. So I got the iPad A16. I'm going to put my... So satisfying. I'm gonna work on my unboxing setup. So this is my first ever personal iPad. I've always had iPads from school, but like this might, except for like one that I had when I was super young. It's so light. Wow. Oh, beautiful. The case is coming tomorrow, so there it is. While this boots up, let's open up the Apple Pencil. So, and this is just the USB-C regular one. Oh, here it is. The hello screen. English, United States. Set up without another device. Setting up the Wi-Fi, and then I think this is so cool. And then I think that just magnetically attaches. It does. Now that it's open, I'm going to take the night, set it up, get everything ready, and then tomorrow or Friday we will do an update. All right, hello everybody. It is now the next day. It is about I don't know how many exact hours later it is, but I literally stayed up till 3 a.m. last night trying to get everything perfect for my first ever, my personal iPad, because I've had my school iPads, but it's my first ever personal iPad. So I am going to screen record, pop myself in a corner, and then I'm going to show y'all what exactly is on my... Alright, so here is my homepage, angel numbers, and this is what it looks like. So my homepage, I want it to be as like my little landing page where there's not really much function going on. However, I want it to be like, okay, this is what happens when you're here and how everything will look. And just like kind of to serve as like a mood board for whenever I'm on my iPad, to get me inspired, to get me ready to go. So I have a couple, most of it is widgets. And I tried to alternate between functional widgets as well as like just aesthetic photo widgets. So here up top in the left corner, you see just like this picture I found off of Pinterest. And then right down here is my Spotify widget. I love listening to music. I literally always have an AirPod in. So I wanted to have this. Let's see, currently my recently played as a Houseful 5 soundtrack. Movie, terrible. If you watch my last video, you know how much I hated it, but the soundtrack is low-key kind of fire. Then I just have my summer playlist, which I'll link down below. Love Guru, the first movie we watched in that last vlog. Ishq, my brother's newest song at the time that I'm recording this. I actually don't know if by the time this is out there will be a new song, but if there is, I'll link it down below. And then Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter, which came out recently. So those are clearly like my most recently played tracks and playlists. Then I have my notability widget right now. This is just a syllabus for a class I'm taking in the summer. I found it online while I was like creeping, so and then I have just another Pinterest photo. Then I have Google Calendar. Right now it says subscript tentative. Clearly it did not happen and we're currently in Dallas. So that's my Google Calendar. So whatever I have that day, it'll just pop up like a little mini thing. And then it says it will always be New York or nowhere. Right below that, I just love the New York or nowhere theme. Right below that is Arc Browser. It's the little Arc widget. I use Arc Browser on my laptop. So then whenever I switched over to iPad, I was like, you know what, let me keep it consistent. So I have Arc Browser for my iPad as well. And then the battery widget, I am constantly having dead AirPods. So the fact that this is telling me exactly how much, currently right AirPod is right here. So that needs to go back in the case, but this is probably the most charged my stuff is ever going to be. And then I have the Zen flip clock widget with a little calendar to tell me what date it is, even though I have Google Calendar. But I love the little flip clock and having the time nice and big. And then it's just another widget or another photo from Pinterest. Since I love photography so much, I looked for a little camera one, and that's what I found. So, and then I have 4 apps. The camera app, which, hello, here you are. I'm not going to use it much, but I just thought to have it out. And then the Find My app, I'm not going to open that because people's locations are on there. But I love Find My. I stand by Find My. Find My is such a fun app to stalk people on. And then settings in the App Store, those are like kind of just apps you need. So I have them here in this like landing page. And then my bottom row, actually, I have messages, FaceTime, those are kind of self-explanatory. Then I have my Arc browser, which I love this. I was looking up how to do sidebar, but it's basically just like a cooler version of Safari. Like, let's search up Sahir Mawani, and it's linked to my Arc browser on my laptop. So, there's my LinkedIn, my YouTube, my Instagram, my school newspaper. Yeah, and then I have Spotify, Notability, and Canvas. Those 2 are for school. I haven't started my summer classes yet, but I will eventually. Also, y'all are seeing this video almost a month later. I know it says it's June 12th right now, but I have so many videos backed up that this is when it fell into the content schedule. That's why y'all are, if you were wondering, why does it say the 12th? That's why. So let's swipe on over. This is my school productivity page. So my school next year uses the Microsoft programs. However, I use all the Google suite. So what I did is I tried to make the first 2 rows kind of sync with each other. So like both of the email apps, so Outlook and Gmail, then Word and Docs, PowerPoint and Slides, Excel and Sheets, and then OneDrive and Google Drive. That way they're in like the same spot. So if I need them for different things, I can know like the columns that they're in, but the rows are for different brands. And then the bottom row is just Canvas, even though it's already on my homepage in case I need it for that. Then Microsoft 365 Copilot, Notion, Perplexity, and Chat. Perplexity and Chat are both my 2 favorite AIs. Perplexity I like because it's a lot more in-depth and it does the research and all of that. But Chat is just, it's Chat. And then Notion I use to organize my current packing lists are on there for the trips that I'm going on this summer. So that'll all be really exciting. The next vlog that y'all are going to see is a packing vlog, so stay tuned for that. And then we go over, this is my productivity personal section. So again, my Google Calendar is the first widget on the left, and then up top is again that flip clock, just because I like the way it looks and I like having it there. Then let's just go down. Camera Connect, I have 2 Canon cameras. I have the Canon PowerShot V10 and the Canon Rebel T7, and both of those connect to the Camera Connect app. And so I can directly import files on there if I ever don't have an SD card reader or something like that. Then Lightroom, I have a photography business, so I want to edit my photos and all of that. And I used to use it on my school laptop because we would get Adobe Suite for free, like the entire thing. However, we no longer get that, so I'm going to be using the Lightroom iPad app, which is free, to edit my photos. Then I have Google Photos. Currently, all of my clients get their photos. Like I send them their photos through Google Drive. So I wanted to just have that with that. And then I have photo booth. It's not really productivity, however, it is like photo related. So I thought it would fit perfectly in there. Next I have like my YouTube stuff. So CapCut, PicMonkey, and YouTube Studio. CapCut I use on my laptop to edit my vlogs, but say if there's ever a time where I don't have my laptop and I have only my iPad, then I'm gonna probably just end up taking, like, I can plug stuff in through USB-C to my iPad, so I could, if I hypothetically needed to, edit on CapCut. Then PicMonkey, I'm gonna try using this for my thumbnails. I used to use this like photo app on my laptop, but I want to just like see how I feel about if I ever want to do like handwritten ones, because I don't want to pay for Procreate. So I'm gonna try PicMonkey out, and then YouTube Studio. That's just how I view like my metrics for YouTube. So like 226 total subscribers. Make sure if you're not subscribed right now, and ring the bell for notifications every Tuesday at 12:30 Central Time. That's when my videos come out, so you can kind of see my last couple of videos, and then I would go into content, but I have some videos stored so y'all can't see that. And then Pinterest, I love Pinterest. I love looking for outfits and all of that. And then even like my wallpaper that y'all see right now, I found even the wallpaper on my iPad right now, I found through Pinterest, and all of the widget photos I found through Pinterest. Then Google Calendar, like I said, it's right next to the widget, just in case I need to add something. Then Widgetsmith, which is what I use for all my photo widgets. Adobe Express, it said I could use that for short form and stuff, so I want to kind of mess around with it, see how I feel. Then Canva, I love Canva so much. I use it for personal stuff, for Instagram, for like literally so much. So that is like an essential. And then again, my 3 other productivity apps, Perplexity, Chat, and Notion. And then LinkedIn, I love LinkedIn. My goal is to get to 400 connections by the end of summer. And then the Kindle app, I love reading. We actually have a book club in like a week, so I need to get to finish reading on that. But that's my little productivity. And then entertainment, I have the standard, the first row is like my streaming services, so Disney, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Prime Video, and YouTube. Those are like my daily drivers. I wish I had Peacock so I could watch Wicked and Love Island, but that's fine. And then Instagram and TikTok. Instagram's app, like y'all, I can't, but follow me on Instagram, and then TikTok, follow me on TikTok at your mom's fave dog eye. Then I have my games, so Block Blast, New York Times games, Fortnite. It's back on the App Store, and I literally played a game last night, and did I get 19th place? Yes, I did. Then Cooking Fever, Subway Surfers, and that is all that is currently on my iPad. I'm gonna stop the screen recording. And yes, so I hope you enjoyed this first ever What's in My iPad video. I'm gonna keep checking in as school starts and all of that to kind of show y'all how my setup has evolved, because I'm pretty sure it will. So make sure you subscribe and comment down below what you think I'm missing, because this is my first time having a personal iPad with like no limitations, so I'm really excited to see what I can do with it. But so sorry for the long wait on this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Yes, I've said that already, and I will see y'all very soon, and we are getting ready for vacation. All right, bye.